Good morning and welcome back. Well, 4 more villagers have miraculously clawed their own way to freedom and emerging from a flooded cave without the help of rescuers who were shocked to see them resurface.
Wow, aren't they amazing
Scenes,
pictures?
aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, for more, we're joined now by Aussie diver Josh Richards, who flew to Laos to be part of that rescue team. Good morning again to you, Josh. You were there, you're on the scene. Give us your reaction to those incredible scenes that we've just witnessed then.
Honestly, it was just shock, pure shock to see them climb out of the cave themselves. We had been waiting to set things up. I had literally just geared up. I had my gear on. And Benz and I were heading in to go and see these miners to take them food, take them medicine. There'd been some changes to the pumping system in the morning. So we'd been requesting for a little while that one of the pumps, one of the high power pumps, be put into sump 3 to try and draw it down, to try and reduce that water level. And while the pumping is occurring, there's no one in the cave. It's too dangerous to have the pumps running with people in the cave at the same time. Obviously, the pump has drawn down enough water from that sump that the miners have decided that they didn't want to be there anymore, and they've managed to duck themselves out and get out through that sump that we were diving through, and they've self-rescued. So
Wow.
they've then, once they've gotten out of the water, they've then crawled the 350 metres to get back out to the cave entrance. And no one knew they were coming because no one was in the cave because it's too dangerous to be in the cave while the pumps are operating.
Oh, my gosh. Josh, that is just remarkable, isn't it? Look, it's very safe to say that a hell of a lot of expertise and the international effort was, the reason why that things were pumped out of that cave where it was in a position where they could get out and why they couldn't get out previously.
Yeah, ultimately this comes down to Miko Parsi and Benz just going non-stop for the last week. So the 5 additional international divers turned up yesterday. 4 of us. Honestly, I'm losing track at this stage. Yeah. But, the international divers turned up not yesterday, the day before, and several of us headed in immediately to try and help as best we could and to get a feel for the cave, to try and get a sense of how bad this was going to be.
Yeah.
And we were waiting, like I said, we were waiting for the pumps to stop yesterday when these guys popped out. So it's been fantastic, but ultimately this really boils down to the utter dedication of the guys who've been here for the last week, continuously pushing, continuously searching, finding, and then calling in additional support to try and help. And as it turned out in the end, I'm very, very grateful that I didn't need to head in yesterday. I'm glad that I didn't need to do what I was going to do.
Right, so
yesterday.
you haven't had that need to put the wetsuit on just yet, Josh, but is there a chance
the
now?
The wetsuit was on.
The wetsuit was on? Okay, you're about to go in. So what happens now? Obviously, there's still 2 other miners, people there that are still missing. Will that international team be heading in to try and search for them now?
It's unclear at this stage. At the end of the day, the international divers were here to dive. So if the water's been removed, if the water's been pulled all the way down, the real experts to do that kind of work are the cavers who are already here. There is an absolutely incredible team across from Thailand that are helping sort of support the search. They're doing an enormous amount of work in the cave itself. But they're not divers. So if there's no need to dive through this sump that's been blocking the way for the cavers, they're the real experts. They're the folks who will be leading the search.
Right.
Several of us have volunteered to stay on if required. There may still be water. There may still be challenges. There's also concerns around flooding. If that water level comes back up, we did have very heavy rains yesterday, just after the guys got out, literally less than an hour after they'd come out of the cave. We had an absolutely torrential downfall. We had fully fledged flooding. So we're very, very grateful no one was in the cave when that flooding started as well. So several of us are probably going to stand by just in case there's need to support the rescuers, the folks who are in there, are going to be heading in.
Yeah. And the condition of the 4 that came out yesterday, we could see that they were pretty bloody and bruised, but walking, amazing.
Yep. Yep, and bear in mind, when you saw that footage, they had crawled 350 metres out of an absolutely horrendous cave. So huge testament to their resilience and their ability to have been stuck there for 10 days. And then when they saw the chance to survive, saw the chance to get out, they took it.
Wow.
So they're remarkable people. Unclear just how healthy they are, but they're very, very strong. Some of the footage you would have seen just would show you how strong these folks are to have survived as long as they did and then crawled out on their own.
Well, it is an absolutely mammoth result, isn't it? Of course, potentially not over for you just yet. Josh, thanks for your time this morning and we'll stay in touch.
Cheers, folks.
Yeah,
thanks, mate.
Been so good to talk to you.